The Frostborn Saga of Torben Stengrimir. The Quiet North. In the far north, where winter is not a season but a ruler, where the sea crusts with ice, and every breath turns to silver, a child was born beneath the roar of the year's first storm. He came into the world quietly, without cry or struggle. Some said the storm paused for him. Some said the ravens watched, but all agreed that the child's eyes were not the eyes of an ordinary boy. Torben Stengrimir he was named. He grew in a village where men bent their backs to the wind, and mothers taught their children to respect the sea as fiercely as they loved it. He learned to tend goats, to stack timber, and to listen more than he spoke. Even as a toddler, animals gravitated towards him. Goats pressed their noses to his hands. Dogs followed him with wagging tails. Villagers murmured, "He carries a calmness, a softness of spirit." No one yet understood that beneath this softness was a quiet strength shaping itself in silence. The solitary forest writes. As Torben entered boyhood, the forests began calling to him. Not with voices, but with a pool in the chest. He wandered deeper than he ever had before, following that nameless draw. In time he found a small, hidden glade where the wind fell still. There, among tall pines and drifting snowflakes, a lone wolf, silver-grey, watching from the edge of the trees. It did not approach, it did not threaten, it simply observed him with calm, bright eyes. From that day on, whenever Torben returned to the glade, the wolf was there. A silent presence, steady and patient. Only after these early encounters did he begin to train. Not because he sought to be a warrior, but because something unspoken urged him to prepare. He carved wooden spears. Testing the balance, he mimicked the stances of travelers, observing their footing, their grip, their timing. He listened to the forest, moved with it, learned from it. He trained with patience, with silence, with intention, night after night, season after season. And through it all, the wolf watched him from the shadows, a witness, a guardian, a presence. Torben never spoke of the wolf, but over time he felt it, a companionship formed not in words, but in mutual recognition. The builder and the wolf. Torben's hands became known for creation. Longhouses stood firm under snow because of his skill. Boats rode smoother waves because of his craftsmanship. He healed disputes with calm words, built bridges with quiet wisdom. But when daylight faded and work was done, he vanished once more into the forest. The wolf followed him at a distance, padding softly as Torben trained with spear and shield. Villagers never saw the creature, not until much later, but its silent presence became as reliable as Torben's own heartbeat. During these years he grew strong, thoughtful, a man with one foot in the world of hearth fires, and the other in the silent realm of snow and instinct. And though his eye color remained a soft pale green, something deeper began to stir behind them. A sense, a premonition, that peace was not forever. Dreams of ravens. When Torben reached his 40s, dreams began. Ravens dripping with frost, circling him in slow, silent patterns. Roots glowing with cold starlight. A great tree rising beyond the horizon, its branches whispering his name. Not loudly, but with the quiet certainty of a fate long prepared. He did not fear the dreams, he merely accepted them. The wolf, now grown massive and silver-grey, sometimes walked beside him at the forest edge. Villagers glimpsed them through mist and whispered, "Is he touched by something? Blessed? Cursed? Or simply chosen?" Torben never answered. He simply kept walking, eyes always soft, watchful, waiting for the moment he felt drawing near. Winter dawn and the last breath. Then came the morning written for him. Torben walked to the ancient stone overlooking frost-tipped plains. The world held its breath, as if the snow itself waited. The dire wolf padded behind him, massive, silent, loyal. It sat at his side, calm as a winter moon. Torben lowered himself onto the stone, not weary, not fearful, simply accepting. And then the ravens arrived. They did not fly from the distance. They appeared, forming from the veil of morning air. Black feathers shimmering with blue-white light, eyes burning with ancient purpose. The wolf did not growl. It bowed its head. Torben rested a hand on its fur, feeling their bond hum through bone and spirit. The ravens gathered. The sky split with a soft, trembling crack. And from the heavens descended the glowing roots of Yggdrasil. They twined around Torben, lifting him gently as frost turned to shimmering dust. His body dissolved into light. The wolf watched, stoic, anchored in unbroken loyalty. A spark of Torben's departing soul drifted down and touched the wolf's brow. Its eyes glimmered, carrying the reflection of the man it had watched since boyhood. Then the sky closed. The wind exhaled, and Torben Stengrimir was claimed by the gods. Beyond the veil, Valheim. His next breath opened into storm. Rain lashed against him as a Valkyrie carried him through a sky splintered with lightning. He wore only a simple tunic, none of his mortal belongings remaining. A sign that his new life would begin from nothing but himself. She delivered him into a wide rune-stone circle, and the storm began to ease. Runes carved into the whetstone glimmered beneath him, and among them he found a single bind rune woven with meaning. A mark of strength, grace, balance, and destiny. As he touched it, a quiet change stirred within him. The first faint glow of cyan rising in his eyes. A great raven settled nearby, silent at first, watching him with the patience of one who had seen many souls arrive. Only when the rain gave way to the soft breath of meadow wind did the raven speak his name. Stengrimir, your path begins. And Torben stepped into Valheim. Torben Stengrimir, protector of realms. And thus began the Frostborn Saga of Torben Stengrimir. A man of earth and frost, of wolf and winter, of quiet strength and destined calling. A builder by heart, a warrior when needed, a protector always. His story did not end with death. It merely shed its mortal skin. For in Valheim, beneath eternal starlight, Torben walked still, eyes bright as cyan flame, guided by instinct, fortified by purpose, and remembered in both worlds as the Frostborn guardian that Odin himself summoned home.